Welcome to Animal Crossing New Horizons. It's Abyss, and in this video, I'm going to talk about some tips and tricks that I wish I knew earlier. Now remember to hit that like button and subscribe to help support the channel. Alright, so let's talk about some tips and tricks in Animal Crossing. First up is how to catch a tarantula. Okay, so they spawn between 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. during the months of November to April. They can be very intimidating to catch because if you miss, you can get stung and knocked out. But they are worth 8,000 bells when you sell them, so they're definitely worth the time and effort trying to catch them. So what you want to do is you want to slowly approach the tarantula. If the two front legs are up, stop moving. Once they go back down, then you can slowly approach the tarantula again. Do not take big steps, just small steps towards the tarantula. And again, when legs go up, stop moving. And when they go back down, slowly approach it again. Once you get within range of that net, then you'll be able to catch it. As long as you do not move too fast and you wait for the legs to go down, you should be able to catch it every single time. Next is the money tree. Every day a glowing spot will spawn on your island. When you dig it up, you will find a bag of bells worth 1,000. What you can do with it is rebury the bag of bells in the same spot. And in a couple days, a money tree will grow. You will notice that the tree has 3 bags of bells on it. Each bag is worth 1,000. So this is triple back on your investment. I have been successful with burying 10,000 and getting back 30,000. But you might not want to push it too high unless you have the extra bells to mess around with. Next is time travel. Everything in the game is played in real time, but you can cheat the system by time traveling. Here's how to do it. In the main menu, select System Settings. Scroll down to the bottom and select System. Then you're going to scroll down to Time and Date and select that. Make sure that you turn off the synchronization clock via internet. Mine was on and now it's off. Now you just need to scroll down to Time and Date and then change it to whatever you want. Fair warning, don't abuse it. I only recommend doing a couple days at a time and only when you need to. Next, I want to talk about shaking trees and catching a wasp. First thing you want to do is equip your net. Then you want to approach the tree from the front. This way you can quickly turn to the right or left in case a wasp drops down. So the next tree that I'm going to show you is going to be the one where the wasp drops down. So I will go to the front of the tree and the wasp will fall down to the right. I can quickly turn to the right and catch the wasp. If you do this every time, you will be able to catch the wasp and avoid being stung. Next is the money rock. Every day a random rock in your town will spawn money when you hit it. What you want to do is, first you want to dig at least 2 to 3 holes right behind you. This way when you're hitting the rock, your character will not move. So this will help you get the maximum amount of hits and gain the most money. Now this doesn't have to be just the money rock. Let's say you find another rock on your island and you're looking for some materials. You can do the same thing. Just dig a couple holes behind you and then your character won't move as much, allowing you to get the maximum amount of hits so that you can get the materials or money. Next is shooting star. During the night you have a chance to see a shooting star or during a scheduled meteor shower event. When you are looking for a shooting star, you want to adjust the right thumbstick so that you can see the whole night sky. When you see the shooting star, quickly press the A button and your character will make a wish. You can only make 1 wish per star, but give it a couple seconds just in case a second or third one shows up. The next day, you want to search the beach. You will find a couple fragments depending on how many wishes you made. Some fragments will match the zodiac signs, which depends on the date that you made the wish. Like Aries is March 21st to April 19th. Next, I want to quickly talk about fishing. This is something you're going to be doing a lot, maybe a fishing tournament, or donating new ones to the museum, or selling for some bells. What you'll notice is, when you have a fish, the bobber will go underwater with a small splash. You need to press the A button immediately to wheel it in. Now what I like to do is listen to the sound effects, which is different. So here's an example of the fish testing and grabbing the line. So you can hear the two difference when the fish is just testing and grabbing the line. This can be very helpful if you're having trouble noticing the bobber going underwater, or maybe a piece of the environment is blocking your view. Just pay close attention to that louder sound effect when the fish is grabbing the line. Next, I want to talk about Wisp, the friendly ghost. So during the night, you have a random opportunity for Wisp to show up. When you talk to it, you will basically scare the spirit out of it. Then you will have to go and find the 5 spirits that are around the map. Now, he first shows up after a couple days of just starting the game, so you might not have access to all areas. I noticed that one of the spirits was in an area that I needed the ladder, and at the time I did not have the ladder. That is not a big deal though. You can just go around and collect the other ones, and then about 5 to 10 minutes later, the spirits will end up moving around the map, and then you will be able to go and collect it. It is definitely worth taking the extra time and collecting them and then going back and returning them to Wisp, because it will give you something new or something expensive. So definitely take the extra time and help out Wisp, the friendly ghost. Next, I want to talk about Nook Miles and what to buy first. So the first thing I recommend you buying is the tool ring for 800 miles. This will allow you to press the up button on the D-pad to access the tools that you use throughout the day quickly. Here's a quick example of that. I press the up button on the D-pad and you can see all the tools that I have right there that I can access very quickly. Next is the pocket organization guide. This will help you expand your inventory. It is kind of expensive at $5,000, but it is worth every single mile. Here's an example of it. Now you can see that we have 3 lines of inventory space. This can still fill up fairly quickly, but having this in the beginning of the game will definitely help you out. Next is the Pretty Good Tools recipes. This will cost you 3,000 miles, but this is an upgrade from the flimsy tools. So when you craft these tools, they will last longer. So it is definitely worth the 3,000 miles. Alright, so those are the 3 things I recommend you get first with your Nook Miles. Next, I want to talk about non-native fruit. So at the start of the game, you're going to get your fruit tree that is native to your island. Whenever you take any one of those fruits and sell it, you're going to get 100 bells. So if you use the Nook Miles ticket, you can go to a mysterious island and you can get the fruit trees that are there. Depending on where you go, I saw right away like a coconut tree. So what you need to do is you're going to eat one of the coconuts and then take your shovel and then dig the coconut tree up. You want to get a couple of them and then bring them back to your island. Now you will have non-native fruit. Depending on what fruit that you get, you can get anywhere between 250 bells to 500. Now if you have any friends that are also playing the game, and let's say one of your other friends has apple tree and then you have the pear tree, you can swap maybe a half a dozen or so. This way, whenever the fruit grows, you can sell that non-native fruit for up to 500 bells. Alright, there you have it. Those are the tips and tricks in Animal Crossing that I wish I knew earlier. If there's any other tips and tricks that you would like to add, then please leave them in the comments down below. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel, and I will see you next time.